Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Crime UK YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more exciting true crime content. Today we look at a cocaine dealer who was unusually frank with police about where he was hiding his stash of drugs, but has no assets and so has been ordered to pay back just £1. When police stopped a BMW in a town centre car park and spoke to the passenger, Liam Foster Richards, he told them that he's got half an ounce of cocaine under his balls and it's for personal use. But an examination of the 26-year-old's phone showed that he was dealing cocaine, and in March of this year he was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. The matter came back to Swansea Crown Court this week for a hearing under the Proceeds of Crime Act powers. Dean Pulling, prosecuting, told the court financial investigators that he had concluded Mr. Foster Richards benefited from his criminality to the tune of £6,170. The barrister invited the court to make a nominal confiscation order in the sum of £1, with 1 day in prison in default if he does not pay. The requested order was made. The court had previously heard how on the evening of November the 7th, 2019, police in Carmarthen were on the lookout for a black BMW, which intelligence suggested was involved in drug supply. Officers spoke separately to the passenger, Foster Richards, and to his partner who was at the wheel of the car, and they gave conflicting accounts of their movements that evening. The defendant told officers, "I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, I've got half an ounce of coke under my balls and it's for personal use." Mr. Foster Richards reached into his trousers and retrieved the packet. The BMW was searched and a mobile phone was recovered from the floor next to the seat where the defendant had been sat. A subsequent examination of the device found messages relating to drug dealing. Mr. Foster Richards of Green Park, Carmarthen, was jailed after admitting possession of cocaine with intent to supply in September 2019, 2 months before his arrest in the Carmarthen car park. Mr. Foster Richards was given a suspended sentence for a fray at Swansea Crown Court. This conviction related to an incident in the previous November in a country lane where he had threatened a farmer with a chainsaw while his brother brandished a baseball bat. BMW driver pulled up a chainsaw from his boot and threatened a farmer in a tractor at Swansea Crown Court here. Liam Foster Richards, 24, tried to start the chainsaw as he and fellow defendant Cameron Foster Richards, 23, who had a baseball bat, confronted the farmer in a country lane. The tractor's driver's two brothers are also understood to have become involved in the confrontation, and Swansea Crown Court heard that the word coconut was used toward the defendants, which they took to be a racial slur. The court heard that there had been a traffic incident between the farmer's father and Liam Foster Richards 2 days before that incident, and the five men all knew each other from their school days. David Thomas, prosecuting, said that the incident happened on the May 17th when Mr. Liam Foster Richards and the farmer respectively behind the wheel of a BMW car. He said the pair became involved in a heated exchange of words, sparked by the earlier traffic incident, and the tractor driver then turned around and headed back to the nearby family farm. The court heard Cameron Foster Richards arrive on the scene in his car moments later, and together the two motorists effectively boxed in the tractor at the farm gate using their vehicle, at which point the tractor driver called for his two brothers who were working in the yard. As matters escalated, threats were made to burn the farm down, and Cameron Foster Richards said that he would get the boys down here. The 23-year-old defendant then produced a baseball bat from his car. The barrister said the 24-year-old Liam Foster Richards then got a chainsaw from the boot of the BMW and apparently made a number of attempts to start it. The prosecutor said that the items were waved around but no blows were struck with either. Father of the three farming brothers then intervened to defuse the situation and the police were called. Liam Foster Richards of Carmarthenshire pleaded guilty to charge of a fray on the day they were due to stand trial. Mr. Cameron Foster Richards and Mr. Liam Foster Richards pleaded guilty to a charge of a fray on the day they were due to stand trial. Mr. Liam Foster Richards had pleaded guilty to taking his partner's car without her consent and to driving with no insurance or license at an earlier hearing. Court heard how Mr. Cameron Foster Richards has no previous convictions, whilst Mr. Liam Foster Richards has previous convictions for theft, common assault, criminal damage, public order matters and possession of cannabis. A probation report into the defendants said that both were currently unemployed and on sickness benefits but were able to do unpaid work. Barrister James Hartson for Liam Foster Richards conceded that it was an unpleasant incident but said there were no offences of violence in the defendant's offending history and that he had been subjected to racial comments on the day in question. Kate Williams for Cameron said that her client was looking forward to putting this matter behind him and moving on with his life. Judge Peter Haywood said the Carmarthenshire confrontation had been unpleasant for a number of reasons, and he described it as utterly abhorrent for the language directed at the defendant. For the affray, Mr. Liam Foster Richards was sentenced to 8 months, and for the taking of the car to 1 month. The sentences will run concurrently with each other and were suspended for 18 months. He must also complete 150 hours of unpaid work. No separate penalties were imposed for the insurance or licence matters. And Mr. Cameron Foster Richards was sentenced to 6 months in prison, suspended for 12 months, and must complete 100 hours of unpaid work. What do you think of the brothers' crime and being ordered to pay back just £1 after dealing cocaine?
Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and a share, and leave any thoughts or suggestions you have in the comments section. We love to read through them all. And if you're new but enjoy UK true crime content, then subscribe to see when our newest video releases. And as always, stay safe.